Hi guys, today we're doing a review of the Neverfull GM, requested review, and also I thought I'd combine it with the Neverfull MM to kind of compare the sizes. So to start with, the delightful GM. Start with the dimensions, and I have to check this, so excuse me for looking. The length on the bottom is 15 and a half, but because you can undo the straps, it widens up at the top to about 21 3/4. The height is 12 and a half, and the depth is 8. The strap drop is 7 3/4. Inside you have a zip pocket. It's a pretty deep zip pocket. The pocket width is 11 and a half wide, and the depth is 8 inches. Now this zipper opening is only 8 inches, but you can fit a full-size wallet. I'll show you that. So if you're worried about security, you can zip it closed so your wallet is secure. Your date code is located underneath the pocket, and you really have to pull to get underneath to see the full date code. They've sewn the handle and the pocket down to give it more support, which is a good idea because then your bag doesn't sag. I have a couple of other bags where they didn't do that, and right at the top here the bag sags down, so that was a good idea. You have the straps here which can tighten it in, and you can see mine is it stays in because that's mostly how I wear it, so it doesn't really need the strap to stay in. Now I have to sort of convince it to stay out. I mostly use the GM as a travel tote. I have used it as a shopping bag when I go shopping on rainy days. Let me show you modeling with it in and out. This is the GM. I'm 5'4". This is with the sides tucked in. With the sides out, again, mine is trained to go in, so it kind of flops in. Okay, let me show you items inside. It obviously will hold an iPad, a very good size, but let me show you filled with just everyday items and also filled with a laptop computer, so just a second. Okay, this is with everyday items inside. So you can see still lots of room. Let me show you with what, when I carry items for travel, what it would look like. Just a second. Okay, this is with it like travel type items. I have a jacket, a couple of magazines, iPad, the Nook, and this is a 17-inch computer, so you can see a full-size laptop will fit in there. I don't know, does anybody carry a full-size laptop anymore? Those things are heavy. So that's what it looks like with that in. Okay, so now for the Neverfull MM, and if you'll notice I have it in the same pattern and people will want to know why. I'll explain that later. So this is the MM. Your length is 12 and a half. At the top it goes up to 18. The height is 11 1/4. The depth is 6 inches. Your strap drop is the same, 7 3/4 on the MM as the GM. You do have a pocket, just like in the GM. Pocket here. I already have it loaded. But pocket width is 10 and a half, so it's about an inch shorter than the GM. The height is 6 and a half, so it's an inch and a half shorter than the GM. The zipper opening is 7 1/4, so even though the pocket width is 10 and a half, you're limited by the width of the zipper opening. You can fit a full-size wallet in there. It's just a little more of a challenge because the zipper opening is tight, but you can get it if you have a full-size wallet. If you have the compact zippy wallet, it'll go in there without a problem. Same straps to cinch it in. I don't tend to cinch this one in because it's not too wide for me and I don't necessarily need to, but I'll show you how it looks cinched in. So let me show you what it looks like modeling. I'm 5'4". With the straps cinched in, so let me load the bag for you. This is with everyday items in it. These are the same items that were in the GM, so you can see it's a little tighter fit. I think probably I'd put a couple of these items like the zippy coin purse in here and maybe this item in there. Now let me show you what it would look like with the travel items in. This is with the travel items in, a couple of magazines, the Nook book, the iPad, and a 17-inch computer. So if you have the 13-inch MacBook, that obviously would work in here easily. It is pretty heavy when you get all that stuff in there, so you could use it as a work tote. Again, I think it'd probably be a lot lighter because you wouldn't be carrying that ancient 17-inch notebook. I'll do a comparison with the MM and the GM next. Here's a side-by-side comparison. On the left is the MM, on the right is the GM. Let me turn them the other way. You can see, pretty similar. It's when you go to load them up that you really see the difference. As to which size is the best, it just depends on you. I don't think it depends on your height, whether you're 5'4", 5'8". It just depends on how you use it, how it functions for you. You can see it doesn't stand up at the moment. So if you like a big bag, then the GM works fine for you. If you don't like a big bag, then the MM or the PM could work for you. Hang on just a second, I'll show you something else. So as you can see, this is just an example of my obsession with totes. These are all totes. Starting from the left, that's the Louis Vuitton MM Neverfull, the GM Neverfull. The blue one is a Burberry Sunburst tote. The yellow one is a Ralph Lauren tote. Great for spring. Another Burberry tote along the lines of the Neverfull again. A Kate Spade tote. And then over here on the far right, that's a Michael Kors tote. And this is the reason I didn't get it in monogram, Louis Vuitton in monogram, because I had this one and I've been using it and I love it. So I decided to go for damier bin in the Louis Vuitton because I have this one and I'm using it and I love it, and the handles won't turn either, so I kind of prefer this one over the monogram. Doesn't mean I won't end up with the monogram someday, but right now I like that one and I'm using it a lot. So as you can see, I have an obsession with totes, but not strictly limited to totes. I also have a thing about bucket bags and satchels. So anyway, hope this was useful. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. So that was my review for the Neverfull GM and MM. If you have any questions, leave them below. Comment and rate. Please subscribe. Now you've seen my obsession with the totes, so thank you. Have a great day. Have a great week.